Aarav, Riya, and Ishan were best friends. They loved adventures. Every weekend, they would set out on a new quest, whether it was exploring the nearby forest or building a treehouse. Their imaginations knew no bounds. One day, they were at my house. We had just finished lunch and were looking for something exciting to do. It was a hot day, and we decided to explore the attic. None of us had been up there in years, and it seemed like the perfect place for a new adventure. The attic was full of old things, boxes piled high, covered in dust, and mysterious objects hidden under cloths. My grandfather was a scientist. He had traveled the world and collected many fascinating items. He had left behind many gadgets. Some looked like they were from another time, with buttons and dials that we couldn't understand. We found a strange machine. It was unlike anything we had ever seen before, with wires and tubes running all over it. It had blinking lights and spinning dials. We turned a knob, curious to see what would happen. Suddenly there was a flash of light. It was so bright that we had to shield our eyes. We found ourselves in a different place. It was like nothing we had ever seen before, a futuristic landscape filled with wonders beyond our wildest dreams. The children looked around in amazement, their eyes wide with wonder and curiosity. They were in a city, but not just any city. This was a metropolis of the future, filled with towering skyscrapers and advanced technology. The city was unlike anything they had ever seen. The buildings were sleek and modern, with designs that seemed to defy gravity. Tall buildings touched the sky, their glass facades reflecting the sunlight. Strange vehicles flew past, zipping through the air effortlessly. There were no trees, no flowers, no birds. The absence of nature was striking, making the city feel cold and uninviting. Everything was made of metal and glass. The structures gleamed under the artificial lights, creating a dazzling but sterile environment. People wore masks on their faces, a necessary precaution in this heavily polluted environment. The air felt heavy and difficult to breathe. A thick smog hung over the city, obscuring the skyline and making every breath a challenge.
"Where are the trees?" one of the children asked, their voice tinged with confusion and sadness. Asked Riya, her voice muffled by her mask. She had never seen a place so devoid of life. "Why is the air so strange?" she continued, her eyes watering from the pollution. The city was a marvel of human achievement, but at what cost?
The friends met an old woman named Luna. Luna took them to a museum. The museum was called the Museum of Earth's History. Inside they saw pictures of trees, big, tall trees with green leaves. They saw animals they had only read about. Luna pointed to a withered brown leaf in a glass case.
"This," she said sadly, "is the last leaf from the last tree."
The children felt sad. They wandered through the park, their hearts heavy with a sense of loss. The once vibrant trees were now just memories, and the air felt different, less alive. They realized the importance of trees. They understood that trees were not just plants, they were life-givers, providing oxygen, shelter, and beauty. The children felt a deep connection to the trees, as if they were old friends. They decided to go back and plant more trees. With newfound determination, they gathered seeds and saplings, ready to restore the green canopy that once covered their world. The children returned to their own time. They knew they had a mission, a purpose that transcended time. They were the guardians of the future. They told everyone about the treeless future. They planted trees everywhere. Parks, schools, and backyards became green sanctuaries. The community joined in, inspired by the children's vision. They took care of the trees. They watered them, protected them from harm, and watched them grow. Each tree was a symbol of hope, a promise of a better tomorrow. They knew that trees were important for clean air, for a healthy earth. The children felt the difference in the air, the freshness that only nature could provide. If you see a tree, thank a tree. They encouraged everyone to appreciate the trees, to see them as friends and protectors. Plant a tree today for a greener tomorrow. They knew that every tree planted was a step towards a brighter future. "This is the last seed from the last tree," she whispered. The children listened, their eyes wide with wonder and determination. Luna told them a sad story. A story of loss, but also of hope. She spoke of a world where trees were gone, but also of the power they had to change that future. People had cut down all the trees. The air became polluted, the earth got hotter. The children could see the consequences of inaction, and it fueled their resolve. The last tree died in 2085. It was a stark reminder of what could happen if they did nothing. People now lived in domes. They breathed artificial air. It was a life devoid of the natural beauty and vitality that trees provided. Luna showed them a small brown seed. It was a symbol of hope, a reminder that even the smallest actions could lead to great change.